the only one with proper sponsorship.
Hello and welcome to the Worst Movie Ever Made, an experimental movie podcast designed with one thing in mind: to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ackman, joined by my co-hosts and fellow mad scientist, Rob Scucci and Bob Hasek, who just now decided to move rhythmically together for some reason. How you guys doing? And why are we doing this?
So I'm going to go on a short rant, but it's suiting for the entire episode. It's going to be, I think, the framework for this whole show. I don't like the fact that everybody has all the information in their pockets at all times, because like people always appeal to statistics rather than anecdotal things, which is like the anecdotal stuff's the things that actually happen to you, right? But like we grew up in the 90s and like probably like 80s. You're like 10 years older than us, Bob. So like 80s. So like when you saw something in a film or a commercial, you believed it to be true because there was no way to refute it. And I'm starting to think kids would have been better off with smartphones in the 80s, because I think a lot of kids thought that going to McDonald's was like a fucking party. and I'm, of course, talking about Mac and Me, where we'll get into it later. But I have a feeling like it's really disappointing when you have this image in your head of what a thing's supposed to be, and then you go there and it's like, oh, it's just like a restaurant where they sell burgers and like nothing else happens because it's just a restaurant. But that's all I got. Bob?
Yeah, all I have to say in terms of why we're doing this is I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry.
This is your fault.
I had to suggest it. In terms of bad films, it's canon, and it had to be done.
Yeah.
Mac and Me.
I mean, it is a real movie, but it doesn't feel like a real movie.
No.
It really truly was.
85-minute commercial is what it feels like.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw it to YouTube.
Sure. All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. All right. Complete cinematic masterpiece amongst the likes of The Godfather, Shawshank Redemption, and Citizen Kane. Number 2, I freaking loved this movie as a kid, so it's not as bad as people think. A movie that a child loves is not worthless. Yes, it is. Mac and Me was a very heartfelt and cute movie for the kids. I love it, and it made me tear up at the end. Next comment. Really? Mac and Me should really be called the low-budget McDonald's version of E.T. And then the last comment is product placement, the movie.
A little more sanity than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I thought that everyone that comments on YouTube videos is only there because they're looking for the movie that they love.
To talk about their deeply personal nostalgia tied to like a dead family member and why this movie is so important because of that one thing that happened to nobody else.
Yeah, because their uncle too was healed by the hands of whistling aliens.
Of a walking omelet. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that. That's always It's always good to check on the American public and see how they feel about the movie first. So let's throw it to test number 1 and see what the critics say. This is the worst of its kind.
Sure.
Test number 1. The worst of its kind.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with Rick Moranis got a 78. It's not one of my favorites, but it's a movie.
It's fun.
It's a good number for that movie.
Yeah.
E.T. had to include it. Henry Thomas got a 99.
Okay.
Yes, it should have been included.
You have to include it because that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Also included, unfortunately, for Mac and Me, Who Framed Roger Rabbit with Bob Hoskins, who we talk about all the time.
All the time.
Because we love him, even though he's in a lot of bad movies. This one, however, a great movie, 97%.
Yes.
Okay.
And I do love it.
Yeah, the good one.
You know who snuck in here is Michael Keaton and Jack Frost. That was not a good movie at 19.
No, it was not.
Yeah. I suggested that on the poll during the holiday season, like a year or two ago. Yeah,
that's right. I remember that. Yeah, 19, so not great. And then
Yeah.
Small Soldiers with Kirsten Dunst and Phil Hartman, who plays an awesome role in
Yeah.
Small Soldiers, by the way. Bad movie, though, 48%. Not even as bad as I thought the rating would be. But you average that all out, and you get 68.2. You guys want to guess what Mac and Me got? Hey, look, a Coca-Cola. Weird.
Nice.
What did Mac and Me come in with?
I have that in my fridge. Based on YouTube, mixed bag. I don't know, like 62.
I'm gonna guess low because it's such a famously bad movie, so I'll say 15.
7.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Negative 61.2, and worst of its kind.
Okay.
Yeah, that is an awful
up
score.
there.
Thank you, E.T.
Yeah.
Sharknado was our current champion. Because it hasn't been compared to anything yet.
Yeah.
But it was bad. So we'll see how that compares as we throw it to test number 2. Ain't that a pitch?
Test number 2. Ain't that a pitch?
All right, who's first?
I was first last week.
I'll go first. It's been a long time.
Cool.
All right. There once was a creature that knew how to suck. And Coke and McDonald's and a United Van Lines truck. So many products to plug, so much Coke to chug, and so many aliens begging for a face fuck.
Okay. Right.
Oh God.
I'll follow that.
That's hard to follow.
All right. There once was an alien plot, that's all, that ended in McDonald's where the kids had a ball. There are extraterrestrial mishaps, and the cops chasing kids fast, and they did excellent makeup on Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, you did a good job following.
I did not see that coming. That's a shame. I should have.
Yeah.
All right. This movie should have been called Big Mac and Cheese due to its apparent lack of dignity. It was controversial because it's just a commercial. So for 90 minutes, I just punched my ball sack repeatedly.
I'm going to go Bob. Yeah, Bob 4.5.
I'm going to go Rob.
Right.
4.5.
I'm going to go Bob 4.
Oh, wow. Bob 4.
Bob 4.25, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
I rhymed face fuck. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a very valid point. So I think that's the clincher for sure.
I like it.
Cool.
Or the cincher.
The cincher.
All right. Test number 3, the most offensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tell you, I'm full of something right about now.
God damn, girl, you smell like something crawled up in you and died. Damn, what did you eat?
Corn. I'm not eating no corn.
Oh, shit. God.
Test number 3. The most offensive.
I just want to say those are definitely not corn farts.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Those are not corn farts. I agree.
Yeah.
Still not proud of myself for making that, but I am happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with it too.
Number 1, exposing Earth to extracted extraterrestrials.
Yes.
Okay.
This can come with some serious complications. Connected to that is number 2, letting the life forms leave the lab. So not only can the scientist in that lab catch something that they bring home to their families because it's a being from some other planet, and we have no idea what kind of diseases they might carry that can be transmissible, but they also allow them to escape to the desert and roam around, like cross highways and all sorts of shit. So they're exposing the entire Earth to what could potentially be a very deadly virus, bacteria, what have you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty serious stuff. Number 3, this one's less serious, but still, I think it's a little offensive. Table sawing teen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He seemed a little young to be like sawing around in the living room like that.
And it seemed very off timed. Like, I'm just gonna saw this piece now, and then I'll try another one later.
Yeah.
Random sizes.
Michael, when you get to it, could you just saw some wood?
Yeah.
Number 4, eBay ET eviscerating the entire house.
eBay ET.
Yeah.
Yep.
He brought nature in, I don't know, to set up his domicile the way he wants it to be, or if he was trying to make their house better.
Really confusing.
Yeah. I don't really know, because he's planning on running away every time they show up, so why go into their house?
Well, it's bad because when they first showed all the shit in the house, I couldn't tell the difference between that and the previous scene. I thought it was already like that.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you, because she had a lot of decorative stuff that looked like, your fish and game kind of dad who likes to hang nature shit all over the walls everywhere. That's kind of what her place looked like anyway. Number 5 is funny to me. Disinterested doctor dispensing undesired drugs.
Yeah, I was glad you brought that up because, like, I know, like, in, like, Victorian times when, like, there was, like, a hysterical woman, they always were given, like, a sedative or, like, a rag full of ether or something to, like, stop them from, like, their crazy hysteria, which, like, we now know is, like, postpartum depression or whatever. But, like, this is an 11-year-old or a 10-year-old. He's like, he just reaches into his pocket and takes out Xanax, and he's like, here you go.
He's like, oh, you have a make-believe friend?
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of drugs.
Let's run no further tests and just fucking give you, like, benzodiazepine. Awesome.
That's right. Half your body gets limited circulation. Sure, just whatever dose.
Yeah.
Number 6, Inhumane humanoid hoovering.
Oh, hoovering. Exactly. That's what I said. Loves to suck.
Yeah. The kids decide to trap the alien in a vacuum. I just went with the most popular model I can think of.
This is 88, right? When did Ghostbusters come out? 87 or 86?
Yeah.
So they're just like ripping off all the tropes. Like they vacuumed up the ghosts.
Yeah, good point.
They had Skittles instead of Reese's Pieces. We'll get into it later. But you know where I'm going with this. Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't think about the Ghostbusters comparison. That's a really good one. But I did think about all the ET parallels. Yeah. Skittles is a good one. And then the Coke straws that they use to, like, just lame. But yeah, it really did seem like torture.
Although Coke straws are very 80s, if you know what I mean.
I'm sure they were all over the set anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 7, McMerriment. I mean, gotta just
oh Christ. It's too much.
It is too much with Ronald McDonald and everything. I love how he, like, pulls. He has, like, a rag in one hand, and he goes to, like, it's just peering out, and he goes to entertain a couple of kids by, like, pulling it, and it keeps going, but it's only as long as, like, a balled up rag would have been in your hand anyway. There's, like, nothing at all magical about it. And he's like, okay, kids, have fun, and he, like, leaves the frame.
Yeah.
Did McDonald's have Ronald McDonald's in each location in the 80s, or was that, like,
no? God, no.
But this was
if
like
you happen to have a giant flash mob party that spills to the outside.
Yeah, I could see if, like, you were throwing, like, a birthday party and they had, like, built-in entertainment within their franchise where you could be like, I need the clown and I need the grimace. Like, I could
get me the football players.
Yeah,
they got to be there.
They couldn't get Jamie Kennedy, so they had to get Ronald McDonald.
Do you want a fact or no fact early?
Yeah.
So this particular McDonald's was only used for training and filming commercials. So it never actually served a customer. This particular McDonald's was only used for promotional activities.
So it's like a corporate store. God. Okay, yeah.
Imagine being, like, on an 8-hour drive, 8 out of 12 of your drive hours, and you pull off to this McDonald's.
That would fucking
You see a bunch of people dancing outside, and you're like, wow, I can't wait for my Big Mac.
Yeah.
Number 8, causing collisions, careening your chair into traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that chair.
There are so many things wrong with the wheelchair situation going on.
I love when it fell off the cliff into the lake. That was my favorite.
Oh, my God.
I was like,
catch-all for sure.
Because I've had, like, a migraine since, like, Saturday, and I watched this, and I was just like, it was one of those, like, I was, like, nodding off, and I kept rewinding it. I'm like, no, that definitely happened. And I rewound it, like, no, that totally happened.
I could see making that up, though, as you're drifting off to sleep.
Yep,
yeah,
I can see that.
Just hate the movie so much that you envision the kid falling off.
The kid spinning the wheels as fast as he can, full tilt, just rocketing off a cliff.
But in number 8, for causing collisions, like he literally was wheeling straight at cars so that cars would swerve around him and stop the agents from chasing.
Yeah.
And so he had little care for the safety of the people on the highway and little care for himself and the alien, because what if the cars didn't stop?
Yeah.
Well, this could be catch-all, but how many cars were going straight at a non-intersection? Like they were going straight across the road when there was nowhere for them to go on the other side of the road. There were so many like T-bone type situations.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a catch-all you had or not, but
No, I didn't. That's a good point, though.
It drove me nuts, but I'm like, of course. I mean, what are they gonna do? And that was mainly in that chase near the end.
And it didn't result. It didn't result in losing the agents ultimately. Anyway, that was something else. So, speaking of number 9, superfluous space being citizenship.
Oh my god, I laughed so hard at that.
Me too. just like no problem. We're just gonna make you citizens of the United States.
Especially the way they stood there like this, waving back and forth like Alex Axl Rose.
Yeah, the whole ceremony just didn't make sense to me. Like it didn't need to be in the film.
No,
at all.
No, not at all. And what was with the? I didn't put in the catch-all, but why were the agents running to be there? Like, didn't they take an L? Like, why are they celebrating this?
There's so much funny shit there.
They're like running so fast that they do the like to change direction. You know, like the stutter step. We gotta get in there. They're making them citizens. It's like a ceremony of like 500 people swearing in. By the way, Bob's doing the alien. Doctor declares. This is number 10. Doctor declares death of me immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's gone.
He just comes over. Yeah. He's like, puts his fingers into his throat for like half a second. He's like, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. He's gone. It's like, where do you have to be?
Hippocratic oath is out the window. He's like, fuck it.
He must have a doctorate in like philosophy or something. Not like
Right. I'm a doctor. No, I'm a geologist. I can help. That's all I got. You guys want to mention anything else I missed?
I think I already did. Sorry.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. As for offensive, no. I just have everything else. We'll bring up throughout the course of the episode.
Yes, we will. There's plenty to talk about. So let's go to test number 4, the worst dialogue then.
Sure.
Test number 4. The worst dialogue.
Go down to Marie Callender's. Get me a big bowl of pie, some ice cream on it. Good. Put some on your head. Your tongue would slap your brains out trying to get to it. Interested? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. All right, let's get into some clips. They are unbelievable. So we'll start with number 5. Good. That's it.
What's he doing?
He's communicating.
That's it. Let's go.
Okay, well, so the bad dialogue there was the whistling. If I were trying to get my parents' attention, that's not what I would be saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Clearly, he doesn't know what he's doing, but he is a little kid, so I guess we have to, right?
Fair. Yeah.
I don't know. They're aliens. The 2 small ones could be the parents, for all we know.
Yeah. Very
exactly.
true.
You know. All right, number 4, Teddy.
Thor, yarg!
Teddy.
What is he doing in there?
I think he was changing steering wheels on his wheelchair.
Debbie, wheelchairs don't have a steering wheel.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a flat tire.
Maybe I better go help him.
I'll do it.
Kinda old for a Teddy, isn't he?
He's from Illinois. Sorry it took so long.
That's okay. So, how do we do this?
My wheelchair can fit back and I'll sit in front.
Sounds good.
Here, take him. Go.
This is why I hate people from California and New York, because they think their way is like the way of the world, and like those, the giant like 3,000 mile stretch of land between that's known as America is weird to them.
Yeah.
It's the truth. That mom is like so gross and condescending, though.
Yeah. Do you guys know the movie Better Off Dead with John Cusack?
Yes, I do. Yep.
You know the mom, do they have friends in France? That's the same lady.
Okay, so she's typecast as an idiot.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes. I thought it was her, and then I looked it up, and I'm like, yes, I'm so glad it's her because I wasn't crazy.
I love sniping like that. Like my kids were watching A Bug's Life earlier.
Oh, okay.
And Kevin Spacey's like really annoying like cricket sidekick or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I knew which I forget his name, Kevin something. And I just knew it's something like John Kind or something like that. And he's super annoying. Henry Kind? I don't know. Anyway,
Richard Kind.
Yeah, probably. And he's just like super I don't know, there's something just like really slimy about him. But I could just hear it in the voice, and I just knew it was him. So I IMDb'd it, and came up right. And I was like, "Oh, snipe!" Love those. Another win for Chris.
Yeah.
So
Chris loves the wins.
I know what you mean, Bob. I also had a W today. You guys are proud of me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Number 3. This one's number 3. Omelet.
It's gonna be back up for hours. Good evening, miss. Everything all right?
You tell me.
This won't take a minute. All right, you can go. Go on. Next door. Come on, let's pull it up. Quickly.
Wonder what they were looking for.
Omelets with eyes.
Wow, he jumped over 2 cars.
And nobody got hurt? Yeah, right. The car's flat. Jeez.
Okay, give it back, Mike.
What?
He took my Coke, Mom.
Come on, you guys.
I don't have it. I didn't take it.
I knew it.
Oh,
It wasn't me.
who was it then?
Mom?
It wasn't me.
Mom did it.
Mom.
Didn't know they were chill like that, man. That's fucking cool.
What were they looking for? And then she suggests aliens in the weirdest way possible by saying omelets with eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know who in the writer's room thought of that one, but great job.
Yeah.
And then the kid is like, oh, the car is completely flat, meaning like whoever was in there is definitely dead. Yeah, right. and then they have there still is no Coke, so they have no evidence who did it, but they have the little debate on which one of the 3 of them drank the Coke and then just decide to laugh it off at the end.
And then even though the burp came clearly from like the trunk.
From not the brother.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, here's where it gets really bad, though, with number 2. Simon Says.
What if they need some kind of medical attention or something?
Look, we can't just walk into a hospital. Everyone's gonna freak out.
Well, it's just like you said. People are gonna find out sooner or later.
Oh my gosh.
What's he doing now?
Just started out in the tire iron. It's okay, I think it's just one.
Well, keep him busy, guys. Keep him busy.
Here, read him this. It's okay, he's got the hat.
Look, maybe we should go public. If we can get him on the news, everyone is gonna want to help.
I'm not so sure about that.
I think there'll be a big hit on TV.
Oh, what's he doing now?
I think he wants my bracelet.
Well, then give it to him.
You're hurting me. Go.
Well, do something.
What?
I'm driving. I didn't know.
Stop this. You can't do this when in a vehicle like this. Now you just cross your arms and don't unloose them until I tell you you can. Cross your arms.
That's right.
Cross them.
That's right. Just be the mommy. Be the mommy. That's right. You teach him. How much further is it?
We should be there by now.
He's starting to move again. What do you want me to do? Okay, Simon says.
All right, Simon says. Yeah.
Put your hands on your head.
All right.
Hands on your head. Head.
Yeah, that's right. On your head. There we go.
Hand. Your head. All right, it's working.
This is like 30 seconds too long, but it's all necessary.
Simon says, wiggle your ears, wiggle your ears, wiggle your ears, wiggle your ears. There we go.
All right, it's working.
Give another one.
Clap your hands.
Clap your
Simon
hands.
says
All right.
clap your hands.
Clap your hands.
Well, thank God Simon Says works.
Yeah.
Because what would they do? The guys are picking up stuff and whistling and
Yeah.
I had that coming, Chris. Sorry about that.
You did?
Well, I picked this movie, so
Yeah. We did deserve to listen to that for doing it, but the audience maybe not. And for that, I'm sorry. Here's something to listen to really get you going. Have a lot of fun here with number 1, Daddy. Damn it, Rob. Everyone complains about that.
You know what? Fuck it. Okay.
Everybody hates that number 1. We should keep playing it though. This is called McGrease.
Okay, kids, let's get this dance contest going.
He's here.
What?
Matt, he's in the tennis suit.
He is? I don't believe this.
That's bad.
Debbie, what's going on?
It's okay. Everybody thinks it's just a toy.
Ugh.
Hi, Michael.
The thing I was telling you about, it's in the teddy suit.
Oh, no way. So cute.
Yeah, real cute. Listen, those guys were following us. They're here.
Well, what are we going to do?
I don't know. Just keep him dancing. They'll just think he's a teddy.
Okay, pick up the pace. That's very good, Kathy.
People may lie to impress you and wait around for your defeat. So hard to find someone who really cares, gives you all that you need. A friend in the end.
Yeah.
That song sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
Yes.
Okay, so even though they're really dumb kids, it's not realistic that they would have thought the agents would have overlooked the 4.5-foot dancing teddy on the counter of the McDonald's.
Yeah.
No. I know they're after an alien, but that's clearly just a really high-tech teddy bear for 1988.
Yeah, but it's from Illinois, so.
But at the same time, there was so much shit going on in that store. How could they ever pinpoint that?
That's true. That's true. Maybe with future.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you're wondering, that might be my son up there just yelling. So.
Nah, my kid's also up.
I hear none of it.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, so maybe the audience won't either. But what they will hear is Rob giving us another one of his delicious ad reads.
Yeah, all right. Today's episode I'm not doing that thing because the noise was just too much on the audio last time. Today's episode of The Worst Movie Ever Made is brought to you by Ruffles and Black Coffee. Got a ripper of a migraine? Ruffles and Black Coffee. Looking for some salt and caffeine? Ruffles and Black Coffee. Got a real hankering for some diarrhea and blackout fever dreams? Ruffles and Black Coffee. We weren't paid to do this, like the cast and crew from Mac and Me, who were clearly paid by McDonald's.
That's true. Although, if you would like to pay us to read about your Ruffles or your Black Coffee or both, seek us out. We'd be happy to.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
that's
worst
good to
movie
know, though.
ever made.com.
The worst movie ever made.com. That's correct.
Yeah, email us. You might be the first.
Yeah.
Not actually, literally. We've had a couple. Test number 5, the worst production.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man.
Worst production.
Right.
I think it's obvious, but I'll say it anyway. Long commercial.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So by now in the show, I know it's been mentioned the product placement is running rampant. But did you know that in order to cross promote this with McDonald's, a portion of the proceeds was to go directly to the Ronald McDonald House charities.
No.
That makes me hate this a little less. So that's
yeah.
good.
I know. And exactly. So the producer claimed that he was one of the first to cross-promote movies with McDonald's. He was like, I'm the first one to do this ever. Though 9 years earlier, McDonald's partnered with the Star Trek movie, the first one, to make like the Star Trek meal. And this is right. This is actually right after Burger King cross-promoted with Star Wars to make the Star Wars movie meal.
Wow.
So maybe like when looking at like the life of the company McDonald's, this might be like one of the first, but certainly not as groundbreaking as they claimed it to be.
So it's not even that.
McDonald's actually did not fund this movie at all.
Yeah, all right.
They cross-promoted in terms of like advertising, but they didn't actually put any money up for this movie.
No kidding.
Huh?
No kidding. Yeah.
Did Coke? Well, that might be a fact or no fact, but did Coke?
No, it's not. It's not a fact, no fact. Coke, I want to say, was in the same kind of deal. Like they were promoting it with the movie, like kind of like we'll advertise within the movie for a cut of the advertising dollars, blah blah blah. But the funding came almost completely from independent sources, studios, and the only food-related one was, I want to say, the food supplier of McDonald's, who was like, I don't know, a company no one ever heard of, may have put a little bit of money into it, but that was almost incidental.
Huh. Okay. Well, that is good to know.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know how things worked in the 80s because I only lived through it for like a year and a half, and I don't like looking back at it because I hate the 80s. So.
And like I don't have a problem with product placement either because like it's probably like Stranger Things does a good job. Like there's Eggo waffles, but like it's not like they're not like beating it over your head. It's just like that's something that people ate a lot.
Yeah, there's a way to do it realistically.
Yeah. You can't just open a cabinet and all the cans just say soda on them. It's nice to have like something familiar, but like this is just blatant at this point. This is worse than Grown Ups 2 with the Pepsi Max.
That was our go-to, but now it'll be back to me for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I grew up. I became a teenager in the 80s, and I don't remember a whole lot of product placement until the 90s. To be fair.
All right, fair enough.
It just didn't exist that much. There actually was a lot of generic soda, beer, chips, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Right. Until the raging success that was Macamee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Raging.
And the cross advertising. All right. Test number 6, the worst acting.
I should have put you down myself. Personally.
You know, I never understood. Why did you judge me? Why did you judge me?
You killed innocent people.
A means to an end.
You started a massacre.
I caused the revolution.
You betrayed the law.
I betrayed this. Your council's experiment, which failed.
Test number 6, the worst acting.
All right.
Let's start with number 1. Earth spirits.
Hey, how's it going?
Shh. We're communing with the earth spirits.
Right. Welcome to California, bud.
Really?
Here.
Aren't you gonna carry anything?
Sure. I got my skateboard. Let's go. Hello, California women. Have no fear. Your hormonal hero is here.
Oh my god.
Oh, great house, man.
Can't see anything. Put the stuff over on the table, guys.
You're gonna love it.
The ceiling looks good.
Yeah, well, check it out.
This is totally rad. Is this going to get me a great Mother's Day present or what?
You really scored big, Mom.
Wizard, man. That's totally wizard.
I mean, we're trying to get Wizard going.
I'm trying to bring Wizard back, even though it was never fully here.
Yeah. Well, I think we can get it to blow the dome, dude.
Nice.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
So the girl is never that weird again. Like there were
Yeah.
spirits, Native American,
Yeah.
like, you know, things she was doing. She's never doing that again in the movie.
Yeah.
As far as I remember. So
No.
that was kind of odd. But the teenage boy was never that horny again either.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Or the neighbor girl.
Well, yeah. He was like, "Why didn't you tell me about her?" But
Yeah.
I mean,
I
he's
guess.
not like your hormonal hero or
Yeah,
whatever.
he was never King Hormone.
Because remember they had the run-in at school, and they found out she works at McDonald's, and like he looks to me and he's like, you know where we're going, right? He's like, get a Big Mac. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Get a big, little special sauce.
Oh.
But then they're like, Mom, what a house. Awesome job. And then she's like, I'm gonna get some Mother's Day gifts now. It's all just the whole movie's cringy. It's another one of those situations. I find myself saying it a lot lately, but whatever dialogue you want to choose, it's all poorly delivered. There's nothing good about this.
No.
Nothing good. Well, let's get another taste of it in this number 2. Ghost.
What did he look like? He's your friend and you don't even know what he looks like? I was just kidding. He's my brother. Your brother? Where are you from? Illinois. Welcome to the neighborhood. Looks like you'll be an interesting addition. I hate to have time to eat. Okay. I've got to go. What's your name? Eric. I'm Debbie. This is my sister, Courtney. Hi. Hi. We'll talk later. Okay. See ya. Bye. Come on.
What happened in here?
Did you just go down the hill?
No. Mom is gonna freak out.
There's something weird going on. Look at this.
What?
There were footprints here. Somebody was just in my bathroom taking a shower.
Yeah, right. You think she's gonna go for that, huh?
I'm serious. The TV went on and it wasn't even plugged in.
Ah.
I'm not joking, Michael.
Broke the lamp.
Well, Sherlock Holmes here thinks he saw a ghost.
What, did the ghost do it?
Something was just in my bedroom. It jumped over my head.
Yeah, right?
What thing?
I never saw it. It just kept doing things. I'm not lying, Mom. I swear it.
Now that I'm listening to this without the video, it sounds like the Peanuts cartoons. It's like, yeah, Chuck, you saw the Great Pumpkin. I swear I did, Pumpkin and Patty. Okay, Chuck. Like it's just like like just flat, just fucking flat.
Nice. It is. I wrote down kids because I've been very vocal about that on the podcast before. I hate kid actors because they tend to be terrible. These
there can be good. There can be so much good ones, but there's just bad ones in the 80s.
Here's the thing: they didn't understand until like the late 90s, early 2000s. Kids need to go through severe psychological trauma and abuse to be really good actors.
Yes,
and Macaulay Culkin's father really made that proof of concept come to life.
Well, for one of them anyway.
Do you know that when Macaulay Culkin hosted Saturday Night Live, his dad wouldn't let anybody use cue cards. He made them all memorize it because his son had to memorize the lines.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I'm sure he was beaten with a shoe from when he messed up. Anyway, moving on.
Poor Macaulay.
Yeah.
But now he's in a really popular pizza band.
Oh yeah, the Pizza Underground. Take a bite of the wild slice.
Oh no, I gotta look this up.
It's all Lou Reed covers based on pizza. They drum on Pizza Box and they play kazoos.
Oh Christ!
They played in Connecticut when they were on tour. I think 2012, 2013. Yeah.
I didn't realize that Rob knew so much.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Little fact or no fact for you.
I tried to open for them, but it didn't work out.
You didn't. You bought your kazoo too late.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We know you've got some pizza boxes, but
oh yeah.
Number three. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying them myself. This one is about what we were talking about before with the doctor. So take it away with the clip called Schizo.
He's not your brother, is he? Why didn't you tell him that you saw him? Because nobody would believe it. What is he? Some sort of ghost? I don't know what he is. You should back me up. Wouldn't do any good. They only believe what they want to believe. They already think you got schizophrenia. Schizo what? Freakia. It's when you see people that really aren't there. Well, I'm gonna prove it to everyone. I'm gonna catch them.
Can I come in?
Sure.
Sorry to hear what happened. You look okay.
I'm fine.
Mom wants to go, Deb.
Okay. I'll see you later. Give me a call.
Hey, why don't you invite Eric to Brittany's birthday tomorrow?
You want to come? Sure. Okay, I'll see you then.
Bye. Glad you're okay.
You want to come?
Hi.
My friend's party.
I'm Michael, Eric's
who
brother.
Who didn't invite you?
Deb's sister.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Me too. It's McDonald's, huh?
Yeah.
Why don't you stop by for a Big Mac?
Let's go.
Speaking of schizophrenia, if you want to ruin your evening worse than Mac and Me has ruined ours this week, go on YouTube and some psychological institution, their videos that they use to train specialists and stuff. They have schizophrenia simulations where you wear the headphones. And like it's a first person perspective of somebody walking through a convenience store and all the disparate voices just like attacking them as they're trying to go about their lives.
Oh,
it'll ruin your fucking night.
Yeah. No thanks. I don't want it to like trigger anything because already I'm too old to be vulnerable at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Okay, it's pretty cool.
Thank you,
It's pretty
thank you for the offer.
Yeah.
But I do love the hard-hitting comedy line that is schizophrenia. I think we're supposed to get a big laugh out of that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Which it was not effective at doing, but also was extremely poorly delivered because again, most of this movie is acted by children.
Yeah.
Which is a problem in this case when you don't.
And nothing like most offensive like picking on an actual psychological disorder.
Yeah.
True. All right, here's the mom trying to do the best that she can to simulate an experience that would be heartbreaking in number 4, Reawakening.
Eric.
He's okay. He's okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's more for the YouTube audience, but check it out because the mom is not great. I said heartbreaking. I was wrong. I thought I clipped a spot where she's acting like her son is dead because he's supposed to be. But that I think I chose that one because it was a little shorter and better for the pod. But she's also very bad at being happy that he's alive, and so is Michael in the background, who's like, Eric, which I loved.
Yeah.
All right, that does it for clips for the day. Let's have some fun and toss it over to Bob for fact or no fact.
Fact or no fact?
Yeah.
I called this fact or no fact Mac and Donald's because it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard you guys were sick earlier today, and I felt guilty making a long-winded fact or no fact, so I kept this one short. This is a multiple choice one again.
Okay, cool.
Now this was an uncredited role, which made me feel like Chris was at no unfair advantage.
Okay.
Which Friends actor had their movie debut as a bystander in this film?
Ooh.
Damn it.
Okay, so just to avoid numbering them, because this is going to be really quick. 1, Matthew Perry. 2, Jennifer Aniston. 3, Courtney Cox. 4, Matt LeBlanc. Or 5, Lisa Kudrow.
Okay, so not once while watching this movie did I pop a boner, so Jennifer Aniston can't be in there.
Dude, it's like, dude, probably like 7.
No, because Fred was like 93 and they were in their 30s, so
Oh,
she's
yeah,
probably
true,
like
true.
25 or something like that.
Okay, all right. I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise I redact my statement, but she's hot, so whatever. And I was one when this came out, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is a logical leap. I'm gonna say Matt LeBlanc because he had that movie where he had the pet monkey named Ed, and they had the whole Teddy thing going on. I know that was in no way connected to this movie, but I'm just gonna lean into Matt LeBlanc on this.
Okay.
But for no reason, is Jennifer Aniston? What I guess the question I should ask is, what year did Leprechaun come out?
91.
Okay.
I think 91.
Okay.
Jennifer Aniston would have been 19. Just FYI, I had to look it up.
All right.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Oh
That's
no.
fine.
Oh no.
Commentary there is fine.
I'm feeling obsession.
Yeah, I had to look it up. He just had to wait long enough to say it, so he didn't seem like a creep.
Nah, the keyboard was going. It'll get picked up on the microphone. You'll know. You'll know I was googling.
Clickety clack. Jennifer Aniston was born in 1975.
You know what I'm really trying to think of is what year He-Man, that Masters of the Universe movie came out, because I know Courtney Cox was in that, and I think it might have been around this time.
Oh shoot, I forget when that was.
So I'm not going to go with Aniston or Cox for that reason. I think it could be LeBlanc as a young boy. I don't think it's Matthew Perry, Lisa Kudrow. I really don't. But for the interest of making this spicy, I'll say Lisa Kudrow. Why not?
Okay, I always find it interesting that Lisa Kudrow was in the same improv class as Conan O'Brien. I always thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh, no kidding.
And no, neither of them were in this movie.
Damn.
It was Jennifer Aniston.
It was.
Damn.
It was.
Rob, maybe you were nodding off when you got that boner.
She was a bystander. So there was another like semi-famous actress who honestly I don't recognize at all, who was a dancer in the movie, who made the premiere, and I'm like, oh, Aniston must have been the dancer. And no, she was a bystander. She was like one of the people like in the road when like the wheelchair was going nuts or some shit.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Uncredited. So yeah, no advantage to the credit reader. Yes, this was Jennifer Aniston's film debut, unfortunately uncredited.
All right.
I don't know if Courtney Cox was Masters of the Universe or what, but it wasn't this one.
Yeah,
okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, now we know.
Yeah.
And this is why I went for Leprechaun for next week, by the way. So,
yes.
Good call, Chris. I'm going to call this a win for Chris.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to put the check mark next to my name then.
Cool. I like it.
All right. Thank you, Bob. You don't know what that did for me. Let's throw it to the catch-all.
You're healed.
He really needed that boost.
I'm feeling so much better.
The catch-all. It's the catch-all.
Not a terrible opening scene with the planet landscape and the Saturn-like planet in the background, I thought. I was actually
pretty cool.
Somewhat impressed by the look of it.
Okay.
It didn't look realistic, but I was like, wow, I wonder how they did that.
For like a 1980s comedy family adventure McDonald's movie, it's not bad.
Sure.
But the aliens do look too bad to be in a movie, in my opinion. Just straight from the jump, they look so dumb. And the fingers are longer than the human hands that are in them, so they've got the like very loose. You see it a lot in really cheap movies and TV.
It's like when you're in Little League and your dad wants to buy you a glove for like 3 years from now, so you grow into it because baseball gloves are like $200, and like when the ball like goes past, like it just bends the glove back and you can't catch it. You know?
Yeah,
I don't know this from personal experience, but I'm just saying in general.
Yes, of course. But all the digits at the end are just so like flimsy and flopping around that they so much like they are not real like fingers that are used.
Yeah.
How long would the journey back to Earth take? Months, years without water?
You would
or
think.
oxygen?
Was it the moon or was it some other planet?
Yeah, they couldn't have been the moon because then why would they have a big Saturn in the background?
Yeah.
I don't recall correctly.
It could have been one of Saturn's moons.
Were there multiple suns too, or no? Or am I confusing that with?
All
I mean,
I
that would've been
saw
a
was
good
a Saturn-like planet.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
that's
but
all
you
it
wouldn't
really
say
showed.
from our moon. It could have been one
Yeah.
of Saturn's moons, but at the least, it would take many months. Then I think because I think it takes 3 months for us to get to Mars with a rover.
Yeah, I think it'd be years for that little piece
Probably
of shit.
be years. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably be years. Without food, water, or oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are important.
Yeah, so they're all dead.
Or Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Coke.
Either kind.
of either kind. Yeah. I just feel bad for the aliens after they escape.
Yeah.
I know.
You know? 15 obvious product placement moments. Most of them are Coca-Cola, but it includes Skittles, Carnation, instant breakfast.
Yeah.
Other stuff. The whistling is just annoying.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just plain old annoying. He only took the battery out of the like monster truck toy or whatever, RC car or whatever it was, so that Mac could use it without the battery to prove that he's like got alien magic.
Yeah.
Which is super dumb. The girl saw the alien, but the movers did not.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's multiple movers. The alien running, the Mac running around was hilarious to me. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be.
It was hilarious.
It just looks so bad. There may be a maniac sawing and drilling your house away, and maybe you should call for your mom's help.
Yeah.
Or call the police.
That's the thing with like young adult literature specifically, and like films too, is like the common trope and through line for all those types of like Harry Potter and like Home Alone is always the kids are super smart and the adults have a general sense of incompetence. Like South Park's really good for it. Like the parents are just hysterically like stupid. But like this was just like a level of stupid that like wasn't satirical. It wasn't like it was just bad with the mother.
Yeah, like how would she not know that her handicapped son is not capable of drilling holes in the walls and sawing without her hearing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Very good point. On the subject, how would your wheelchair-bound son remove trees and plant them in your living room?
Yeah.
That is my next point. So, well said, Bob. And then my next one, Rob, is the wheelchair went off the cliff, and that is just funny.
You know what? It's funny because like he still has like his hands over. You know, like when people go fast in a wheelchair, and they have their hands like hovering over the wheels so that no one to like grab them to stop.
Yeah.
He was like mid-air, like I don't know, like how many stories high, and he still had like that pose where he was like waiting to stop the wheels from spinning.
Yeah, because it was obviously just a dummy in the chair.
Did you guys know the Paul Rudd connection to that scene?
No, but in the YouTube comments,
I don't want to say.
I didn't bring him in because I didn't know what the connection was.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Paul Rudd would show up on Conan O'Brien's show like through the 90s and always be promoting whatever he was working on. But anytime he went to go to a clip, he would show that scene from the movie.
Yeah, no, I know it now.
No way.
And he did it all the way up into Ant-Man. He still showed like that scene from Mac and Me.
Amazing. No, I did not know that.
So Google Paul Rudd, Mac and Me. You'll see like at least a dozen clips.
I will absolutely do that.
This was around the same era when Conan got the rights to Walker Texas Ranger and he had the lever.
The wheel or whatever.
Walker tells me I have AIDS.
Yeah, that skit was good too. Did they trap a raccoon in a garbage can to get that scene outside of the house, or is that?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they must have.
They must have. So I guess that's most offensive.
Should be.
Yeah.
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 How do you figure vacuuming an alien will work?
That's what bugs me because like you mentioned this in the Fast and Furious episode, Chris, like where like they mentioned Top Gun in Fast and Furious, but like it's a fictional movie, so Top Gun shouldn't exist in that world, but they're doing Ghostbuster stuff where they shouldn't be aware of Ghostbusters.
Right.
Yeah.
Like your first instinct when there's an intruder in your house is to grab like a proton pack. Like it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense now.
No. The old Paperboy route. Good game, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Really thoroughly enjoyed that game. How did the alien fix the door?
Future.
Yeah. Future carpentry.
Future.
With his whistling and electricity fingers. He somehow with the triangle back.
Whistling electricity finger?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a clip of me and Chris both doing the V thing and whistling. You gotta clip that for the
Will
social
do.
media.
Yeah, absolutely. If I whistle, I don't think it'll come through. Why would the alien have any interest in a newspaper?
To find out what year it is and what planet they're on, I guess.
I
Too much
loved it,
credit.
yeah.
That's bingo right there. Too much
He
credit.
just like picks it up and he's like,
Yeah.
he just crosses his legs. And...
He's like Howard the Duck.
Just waiting for the shoe shine boy to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so he's caught in a tree with dogs trying to eat him.
Yeah.
Did the dogs just get bored?
I guess.
I thought for sure that the kid and the mom would rescue him, but they just don't reference it again. That the alien just feels sick the next day.
Yeah, that scene came from nowhere and went nowhere. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was. But what was really funny about it is that he was in that like monster truck car thing, the mini monster truck or whatever, the go-kart.
Yeah.
On the road. That too was extremely funny.
Yeah.
Good thing that he had a teddy bear big enough to unstuff and cut eyeball holes out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very convenient. And that he did it in like 6 minutes so that the mom didn't go check on him. When did Mac get his name? I felt like they just started using it.
They did.
I think the neighbor girl was like, it stood for something. It was like man-like animal creature or something like that.
You're close. It officially stood for mysterious alien creature.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's only in the promotional write-ups. It's not in like the movie.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
It stood for think of a Big Mac a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
they come over for a Big Mac.
No.
How do you win the dance contest?
I don't know.
They announce it as a dance contest, and then everybody dances at the same time, doing the same choreography.
There were no judges either, so that's also a
maybe
big
it was
point of
one
contention.
of those. It was one of those double eliminations where you can get eliminated once, but you can get eliminated
you gotta lose
again
twice
because it's 2 times.
Not once.
The football players were hilarious.
Yeah, they really were. Instant choreography too. Like
I hate it.
I don't know
if it's outside the realm of a musical. Like it doesn't. I always hated it.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Super athlete government agents.
Yeah.
Those dudes were
that montage.
Unbelievable.
That was like a 5-minute montage, and they covered like 30 miles.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They were like
suits and dress shoes.
Yeah.
They were Robert Patrick running after the freaking car.
They were T1000. That's true.
They weren't Seagal running.
No. That's true. Mac was.
Yeah.
It's like Tyler Fee going. Hey, mom is fired now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that
totally.
her kid came careening through the store in a wheelchair. They don't care that the agents are after him. You know. The
really
whole TV display is destroyed.
I really, really wish they didn't reveal where the mother worked. Because California is one of the highest cost of living areas in the country. And you're telling me she works at like a department store and they made this like intra-continental move. Yeah. Like they move like halfway across the country and can afford like
Was it California though?
I don't know.
Mac, I thought it was set in California because didn't he say California girls when the little girl dressed like an Indian?
Yeah, right.
So
but it was so flat though.
Maybe
it wasn't flat.
Yeah.
That's not true. The wheelchair race was all on a big downhill. So okay.
And he did
of course.
fall off a 50-foot cliff into
But,
Never mind.
If
a watery
all you had to
grave.
do was like not do that with scene, like she could have been like a lawyer or an accountant, and that would have made more sense. But it's like, no, dude, like you're telling me she works at like fucking Macy's and she's pulling that kind of bricks, man. Like
It was another advertisement. It was Sears department store. It was another
Sears,
advertisement.
Yeah, that's a good point. His brother must be jacked to pull him off the street like that in the van.
Yeah.
Oh, he was though.
That's your
reaches out
entire
and just
core.
Joinks him.
Yeah.
It's all core strength.
It's all core strength.
Like 100 pounds, he just like leaned over and pulled it. Like he would have gone fucking fallen out of the van for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casually enjoying Carnation instant breakfast is number 13 of the 15 that I spotted, but casually enjoying Carnation instant breakfast is just bullshit.
You don't enjoy that shit.
No.
No.
It's
I
like
love when
Nest. Yeah.
When she spoon fed it to him, I was hoping he would just spit it out and say, "Ooh, gross."
Yeah.
Carnation
That
is
would
like
have been awesome.
It's like Nesquik, but you can never get those little dry bubbles gone. Then you drink it and it like pops in your mouth. And you just got powder.
Yeah. She gives Mac a Skittle, and I thought it'd be really funny if he choked to death on it.
It would have been.
Wouldn't the cops know what van to look for?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think.
They're on the run with a fucking alien in their van.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think that they get a call out to the guys out in the desert. Hey, if you see this type van, just stop it.
Yeah.
I thought of that, and I thought maybe the cops aren't aware because it's a federal thing, but still.
Maybe.
Again, that's me giving the movie too much credit.
Check the box.
Yeah, that never crossed their minds once while writing this.
I wrote the horses are nice.
Yeah.
You know,
They
you could
are.
have a bunch of horses like galloping alongside of your van. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They got a little dangerously close though to the van.
I agree with that. That did seem a little risky.
Like I felt like one of the legs might have got stuck on her tires for a half a second.
Yeah.
It made me laugh.
That's good.
only because it was Team Dangerous, not because it was funny.
Right.
All right.
I hate 80s music. What's with all the saxophones?
Yeah. 80s is like it's 80s pop music. There's some really good shit. I know you don't like new wave at all, but I'm a big fan. But what most people had available to them is pure fucking garbage.
Yes,
and in the highest order.
Agreed. Yeah. It was a bad era for music.
What's that?
Unless you're into punk. Punk was really good in the 80s.
What's that Nicholas Kershaw song? Like, wouldn't it be good to be on your side? The grass is always greener over there. You know that song? Pretty good.
It's all bad.
No, I don't. Wind farms are cheap landscape, but they look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Michael goes into the cave to find the other aliens. He is then face to face with Darth Vader. He beheads Vader, and the mask explodes to show Michael his own face in the helmet looking back at him.
You wish.
How do you know? So they find the aliens in the cave, and Michael immediately knows which one the female mother is.
I know.
And I'm like, how do you know it's a she, Michael?
Yeah.
Randy.
This must be the sister.
Yeah.
Squish.
Hormone. God. The hormone hero is back to save another situation.
He just followed the scent.
Oh, God.
Yeah, holy.
I'm so glad you guys are here.
Coca-Cola saves aliens from death, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Those aliens were about to fucking die, but they had some Coke.
Yeah.
So thank God for that.
Thank God.
The dad alien just kills everybody would be really funny. They revive him and he just goes just ripping everybody to shreds. Oh my God. They walk out of the store with groceries.
Bag groceries.
That's just kind of like a box of shit. Like it looks like a couple of bottles of vinegar and like some bread or something. Yeah, it's like what the fuck is he doing with that? Mom in a helicopter. It's been like 3 minutes since security was called at the grocery store. And she's just dropped off in a helicopter.
Yeah.
But why did they blow up? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know what they shot. Yeah, I have no idea what they shot. It wasn't even a gas station. They didn't even do that.
Yeah.
And get this. This is a fact, no fact for you. Apparently, the little boy in the wheelchair was shot by the police. Like, that's why he died.
What? I thought it was the explosion that killed him.
No, they actually, in the Japanese release of the movie, they showed him being like graphically shot down by the police, and it was too graphic for American audiences.
So you're saying there's an officer like laying on a roof of like a skyscraper, and he's like, I got a clear shot, and they're like, take it while you can, motherfucker.
We got the alien. He's got some weird legs. He must be an alien.
He's got the itchy trigger finger. He's like, 2 steps to the left, you son of a bitch.
Okay. They should have given Eric some Coca-Cola first to see if that revives him.
Yeah.
Before they do the weird alien ritual.
Yep.
And again, I mentioned that they're making them citizens. It's just too funny.
Yeah.
And then the aliens are driving away.
Yeah.
With the family of kids in the back. So the mom's just like, go ahead with the dad alien. Hop in the back of that convertible with the dad alien driving it, like, just learned how to drive. Last week, I assume.
Yeah. That slow reveal of the alien family in human clothing, when they were slowly going around the courtroom, not showing any aliens at all.
The front row.
That was the best comic timing I've seen since like Marx Brothers.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
What's also amazing comedy is the fact that they the alien is like chewing gum and he blows a bubble that says "We'll be back," and it gives us a teaser for a second movie.
Yeah,
it didn't happen.
Which, no, it didn't.
Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah, that's all I've got. You guys want to mention anything else before we throw it to Rob's Magic Marvel Corner?
I'm good.
I think we mentioned everything.
Okay, sweet. Right. Rob, take it away.
The worst movie ever made presents Rob's Magic Marvel Corner.
All right, so I watched The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. So
I have questions prepared for you.
Cool. Go ahead. Lay it on me, Daddy-O.
Is this the worst Ed Norton movie you've ever seen?
No, that would be the one I wanted to do with it was called Stone with Robert De Niro, where Robert De Niro's he's a parole he decides who gets parole and who doesn't. And he has the case of Stone, which is Edward Norton with cornrows talking in a thick southern accent. He's like, "Oh, homie, don't do me like that, man."
I do need to see that.
And then the movie ends when he manipulates. So Stone's girlfriend seduces De Niro, and she convinces him to let him go. And the first thing he does when he gets out is light a bunch of houses on fire. So that's the worst Edward Norton movie, but this is a close second.
Okay. Why can't Marvel get Hulk right?
Because, all right, here's why. Because I think Marvel has a lot of ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Like Iron Man, you have, Tony Stark in a suit. Spider-Man, which isn't part of the MCU, but it's a Marvel property. It's a guy wearing spandex, and a lot of these Black Widow and they're people doing regular things. But Hulk's an actual giant humanoid. You can't it's hard to fake, I think, because you have to do CGI. Whereas at least in Iron Man, it probably is mostly motion capture, but they might it's a regular sized human suit, so I guess it's easier to fake. And on top of that, there's no facial expression in Iron Man, which is the only thing I have to compare it to really. Whereas it's just a suit. So, but Hulk is it's supposed to be a big heaping dude. So
fair. I was expecting you to say you don't know. Why? Because you haven't seen any of Marvel, and that was a much better answer than I expected. Cool. So I'm going to change my third question, which was, why can't they get Hulk right, Rob?
Yeah.
So I was just going to hit you back with it when you were like, I don't know, just to display how mad I am about it. But instead, how because I think every Hulk watcher wonders how it is that the shorts always stay on.
I don't know. Like, there was a scene. There was a throwaway scene.
Yeah.
Like somewhere it was in the first act, so it wasn't completely ham-fisted yet because it wasn't the third act.
Right.
But Edward Norton, Banner or whatever his name is, he had shown his first episode in like however many years because he had that tally going. Yeah. And when he's like talking with whoever the lady he's confiding in, I don't. It's not important. He went to like a store and like got pants, and he's like, "What are these?" She's like, "Those aren't gonna hold up." And she showed him like stretchier pants that she bought him. So I don't think that's a good answer, but that's what they showed me.
Okay, so they came up with some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Okay. All right. Well, then that's all I got.
All right, Bob.
Okay, it's gonna be obvious who has watched this movie and who hasn't. What's the Hulk's favorite color?
Green.
Obviously, that's incorrect. You don't know anything. Okay. Second question.
Well, they had like the Mountain Dew bottling factory he worked at, and that was all green. So I don't know.
What was Mark Ruffalo doing when this was filmed? Why was he not cast in the original?
He's the original Hulk, right?
I have no idea. I just know he's the most famous of the Hulks.
Now, yeah.
He worked the security. I think that might have been Lou Ferrigno. Is that the other Hulk?
Lou Ferrigno is.
Yes, you're thinking.
Lou Ferrigno had a cameo, and like Norton like gave him a pizza so he could sneak into like a science lab.
You're mixing up Mark Ruffalo and Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah. So that's what I was gonna answer, but I don't have an answer, Bob.
My last question is gonna be: how could you mess up Mark Ruffalo and Lou Ferrigno?
Because I don't care at all.
By the way, I was so unprepared for this that I made those all up on the spot.
Okay, cool.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Yeah.
What's his favorite color?
Yeah. Is there was I right? Is there a favorite color? Let's Google what?
I knew you'd say green, so I knew that had to be wrong.
All right.
It's fuchsia.
Being green makes Hulk. I Google what is the Hulk's favorite color. I got being green makes Hulk very angry, so therefore red. Being in the complementary color to green is one of his favorites. Also, green is a secondary color, but red's a primary color. All right.
All right. We have our answer. I'll just wait a week for that.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this segment.
This is a good bit.
This is good.
I had to watch Iron Man 2 though, like this week, so I'll get on.
Is that the next one?
Yeah,
I'll be ready for that one.
All right.
All right. Bad credit names.
Sure.
Bad credit names like
Rusty Cunts, Wang Liken, Destiny Hooker, Dick Trickle, Dick Pole, Steve Sharts, Misty Hyman.
Okay.
Misty Hyman.
Buck Flower.
Buck Flower.
Good.
Nelson Brock Winkles the fourth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Bravo.
Okay.
Which is one.
Just like
pretty suave.
Hey, nice penis. If you do it the other way. Boone Nar.
Okay.
Mm.
I like that. Ronald McDonald as himself. And then my winner this week is Buzz Knudsen.
Buzz Knudsen. Do you think, looking back at this, like the Ronald McDonald's, like he's just like sitting in like the interview room, like smoking through a hole, and it's like I was the OG Ronald. Like he points to this as like his freaking like his like golden moment, his finest hour,
his golden moment, and then apparently he sticks a fry through there.
Apparently, McDonald's said they did not want him in the movie.
Okay,
but they ended up conceding anyhow.
Okay,
how about that? All right, let's compare the movies.
Sure.
It's turkey time.
Time to compare the movies.
Gobble, gobble.
Sharknado, current season champion, and Mac and Me. I'm genuinely interested in the results of this one. The worst of its kind, a shocking plus 21.8 and not worst by Sharknado. Yeah. So Mac and Me is a clear winner with a negative 61.2 and worst.
Okay.
Pitch, Chris won with the team win last week, 4.5.
Yep.
And that is against the Bob win of 4.25 for Mac and Me. So I'm guessing that Sharknado takes that one. Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. What was more offensive? We'll find out after the movie comparison. We will play our minigame.
Yep.
Dialogue, horrific we wrote for Sharknado. Was it worse for Mac and Me? I don't even know. No, I think Mac and Me's dialogue was more... It drives the story a little better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. It was a wash in my opinion, but I'll give it to that. I'll say Sharknado for that. I know when I'm voting for acting though.
Okay. Production actors are not in the same movie as the effects for Sharknado, which is pretty bad. And Mac and Me is just a long commercial. I'm gonna go Mac and Me.
For Mac production, I'm Mac and Me,
yeah. Because you know what? So I wrote a piece for MovieWeb about Sharknado and why it's so awesome. Sometimes I don't have ideas to pitch to my editor, so I like look at what we did on the podcast. I'm like, how can I spin this into a story? And one thing I learned is that they were all in on the joke. They were just playing it straight, apparently. And what the scenes where the sharks were attacking the cars, they just had producers like hitting the car and yelling "shark," and they had to go. so and they all said it was like really funny, but like it's a demerit because they weren't on the same set as the special effects. But it's knowing that now, I'd say Mac and Me is worse for being a commercial.
Okay. Yeah, I agree, and it's 2-2 so far. So, what do you guys say between Sharknado and Mac and Me for acting?
Mac and Me.
That's a consensus.
Mac.
Demerits first draft for Sharknado. It felt like our first draft.
We didn't say anything from Mac and Me, huh?
Child actors.
Bad child actors.
I agree.
Child actors that didn't live a life of abuse up to the point where they were in the movie.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, that's going to take me a minute. All right, that'll work. Okay, let's play the offensive minigame.
Sure.
The offensive minigame.
All right.
Did you guys want to go first draft or child actors? Because I didn't.
Child actors.
Oh, I thought they were each equal demerits.
Okay, I say wash them too.
All right.
Okay, and then we'll go back if we have to. Buttloads of blatant butt focus, or doctor dealing drugs all willy nilly.
Oh, doctor.
Doctor feel good. Yeah.
Laughing about loving your lad's lady, or potentially producing a pandemic.
The pandemic.
Oh yeah, I think pandemic. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Well, we don't need the bonus round, but molestation.
Right.
Or McMerriment.
Molestation.
I'm gonna have to make the controversial decision and say molestation is probably the worst.
Okay, I agree, but still, Mac and Me is the more offensive movie, making the demerits not needed anyway. So we'll leave it at a wash. And for next week,
4-2?
What's that?
Is the score like what 4-2 in favor of Mac and Me?
4-2.
Wow.
Yes, 4-2.
Cool.
Mac and Me. So the worst movie so far of the season is Mac and Me, having just won its first matchup.
Cool.
And next week we will be watching Tank Girl.
Wasn't Deathbed? Deathbed was like, oh man, okay.
No, Tank Girl.
I checked in like a half an hour too late to the poll to see what the winner was. So I'm like, it's got to be Tank Girl. That was winning last time I saw.
Yeah, a couple hours ago or whatever, it was at like I think 65% for Tank Girl, and then almost the rest of it went to Deathbed.
So I worked in a video store in the mid 90s, and this was a favorite among employees of mine. I never actually sat and watched it.
Tank Girl?
Yeah, it was like a cult favorite among my coworkers, but I never sat down and watched it.
It's absolutely awful. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's so bad.
Bob, did your video store have like the little shelf where like it was like a really crappy cartoon picture of like one of the employees like that, and it was like their pick, and it was like on the shelf?
Well, we couldn't print employee pictures back then, but we did have employee pics. Yes.
Okay.
That was
That's
actually
cool.
my suggestion to make the employee pic section.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. We're going to send it to Rob to plug our shit and say whatever he wants to say, and then we'll give it to Bob for the last word.
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. All of our stuff's there. The podcast streaming, the YouTubes that come out on Sunday, our Instagram, our TikTok, and our email. And I think that about covers all the stuff we do. Check out the socials. Bob makes trailers every week to promote the episode. And it's good fun. We're approaching 100 episodes, so there's a very big back catalog. We know a show like this is a pretty big ask because you have to watch an awful movie that could range from an hour and a half to 3 hours, and then you have to listen to us talk about it, which is like an hour. But like now that we have an archive, if you find a movie that you want to hear us shit on, you might want to start scrolling down that feed and see what else we got, because there might be other things that you've seen that also struck a nerve with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or suggest something via email.
Yes,
you could. Yeah,
that would make it to the top of our voting list, 100%.
Yeah.
Emails have major power.
They do.
They do.
Hillary, she has all those. Cost her the election.
And Joe Biden's son.
Yes. He too.
Yeah.
All right.
Last word.
Big Mac.
All right. See you guys next week with Tank Girl.
Thanks for listening.
Probably not a great idea for me to have drank an entire cold brew just now.
No.
I just know what my son's going to be up to tonight, so
I'm gonna wake up to a dozen text messages.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think when I'm still up sometimes, I'm texting you guys and you're like getting up for the day. All right, everybody, see you next week.